Hi, and a very good afternoon to you all. Now, I want to talk to you, I want to clear a few things up actually. Just go through a brief history of why I wanted to start this Isle of Langland page, okay? I've lived in Langland all my life, I've surfed there all my life. I love Langland, okay? It's a place that is very, very special in my heart. And I will not have people put it down or give it shit. I protect it like a child, my child. So if I'm a bit abusive sometimes, tough, I'm just looking after what's mine or what is ours. So let's start at a few comments that I've been having on the Langland page. Let's get this straight for a start off. I really do not give a fuck if you give me personal shit. It doesn't. It comes off like the water off the duck of a back. Okay. But between yourselves, when you start going on about this and that and this and that, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry at all. My page, Isle of Langland, is not for people who just want to give little trolling digs and this and that, and that is not what this page is about. This page is about loving the beach and being in love with the beach. Take those words very seriously, because there is a big thing in there, okay? Love of the beach. Love of the beach is not asking people or telling people, he's down there with his dog again. Oh my God. Dogs have been a part of the beach for all of Langland's history. I don't give a shit about them, but just don't post dog pages, okay? It just provokes shit. Sorry about the pun. So, that's first thing off is why I love Langland. It's because it is the best beach in the world. The reason I started Isle of Langland is I was looking back at my photos, and I've had a very long career in surfing, okay, so I've got a few photos and did a few contests and stuff like that, and I was lucky enough to get sponsored. I earned my living from surfing, i.e. sponsored surfing, professional surfing, and making surfboards. So it's a natural thing that I protect my source, if you like. But the reason I started Langland is because I thought, what if, for example, in 100 years' time, there are no pictures, like we get the old black and white pictures that people so wonderfully share. You know, there are so many archive photos that people must have in their attics that are just sitting there, that can't be shared. So I thought it would be a great idea just to build up an archive of Langland. All the old people, all the older photos from 18, God knows when, to now, they all count. They're all a bit of the heart of Langland, little pieces of Langland that are history, that are magic moments of Langland. So that's why I started Isle of Langland, because I wanted to build a comprehensive archive of photos of the history of the best beach in the world. And if you haven't got that now, then it's time for you to leave, because that is basically what this page is about. It's not about like any other Facebook page. You piss me off, so I'm going to piss you off. No, it doesn't work like that. This is a contributing page. It's a giving page. It's a loving page. Okay? So don't give me shit on it. I'll fucking get you, you know. I don't take shit lightly. And that is another thing. About personal comments for myself, as I said, I don't really give a shit, but as for having an ego that barks out from the point, I mean, I can't even remember the name of the guy who said that. But you obviously don't know me, even if I did give you shit when you were a grom in the water. But getting shit when you're a grom in Langland is a way of earning respect. Giving shit is the way you learn to surf. I'm sorry to tell you this if you didn't know that. You look at any surfing, old surfing culture, and Langland's got an old surfing culture. We're in the first generation of British surfers in Langland, okay? With Newquay and Langland, they were the leaders. And when I started surfing in Langland, I wasn't even allowed to go on the reef anywhere near it. They would just tell you, just fuck off, you're not good enough to surf here. Go and learn to surf in Castle, go and learn to surf in Rothesay, but don't come on the reef. And that was the way I was brought up. And with that, I learned respect. And I wanted to get better so I could go and surf on the reef. This is what respecting elders is all about. Respecting what they say. Why? Because they have a lot to tell you. They have a lot to learn. And if your ego is so big that you don't, or you can't take that in or understand it, then you have no reason to be in the water, because the biggest ego in the world will not save you from a fucking big wave that's going to land on your head and take you down, man. Okay? So forget your egos when you start the keyboard worrying. Okay, I'll stop on that. Next thing, why am I not living in Langland? Okay, I'll tell you why. As I said before, I have a very, very long history in surfing in Langland, living in Langland, okay? And also a long history in making surfboards, shaping boards, spraying, glassing with manufacturers in Wales and Britain, but also had the opportunity to make boards in France, in Brittany. So I was doing the two, making boards in France, making boards in Brittany. In the end, I'm making boards in Brittany, making boards in Wales. But in the end, I had to make a choice because I had too much work in Brittany. I had to make a choice. So I made a choice. I made that choice, okay? So I moved to Brittany and I came back to Wales to shape until someone was, I got someone I taught someone to shape to replace me where I was working. And then I moved permanently to Brittany. Why? Because the opportunities were so much more. My horizon is always worldwide. It's never like a horse with blinkers, you know. You got to look out 360 degrees, otherwise you're living in a closed world and you don't get anywhere. So with that, my career continued shaping, but at this time as well, I was still doing the ASP contests, or WSL now. So, still sponsored by Rip Curl and Billabong. And who else? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who I was sponsored by. I stopped name dropping like that. But at this time, also, when I was in Wales, I was doing a lot of music. We were doing music semi-professionally in all the club circuits, okay? So I still had my music as well. So I was doing shaping in Brittany full-time, and it was getting a lot of work, doing 6 boards, 7 boards, 8 boards a day, hand shaping, and without the pre-shaped blanks. And that's like 14, 15 hours a day. But then I realized after about 2 years of being there, I didn't speak French. I never learned to speak French in school, and nobody would speak English to me. They all started, at the beginning they started speaking English to me, but then they all stopped. And I thought, what's this? And they wanted me to learn to speak French, so I stopped everything. I stopped shaping. I stopped everything. I got a job in a bar to learn to speak French. I gave myself a year and a half. In a year I could speak French. So then I decided that I'd still do some shaping, but I wanted to go back to my music. So I started playing over here in France, and luckily enough I had a lot of success with the music over here. Became quite well known, blah blah blah. Did a lot of recording and brought out a few CDs of my own music, which I'd never have done in Mumbles, that's for sure, or Wales. But, so I had a career over here for 22, 23 years, professional musician over here. So that gave me, with all the work in surfboards, my bar work and all the others, I have a pension over here in France. Cool, great. But that's another thing as well. So what I wanted to get back to now is what is going to happen to the page in the future, which will be only good things, because I know the direction I want to go now is that we're still going to go along the lines of photos and stuff like that, but I will be severely editing content. I will not be allowing any trolling, any minor bitching, any hate speech, any just whinging negatively about something or other. And no, please, no dog posts. I did a page, Gower Dog Shit Walks. If you want to do dog posts, there's that page. It's affiliated to Langland, okay? But don't do it on the page, because it'll just get wiped. Oh, yeah, good one, got that one in. Wiped off, toot sweet, as we say, straight away. So the page is going to continue like I want it, because it is my page after all. It is our hearts that are in this page, and I want to keep it pure and 100% Langland, not bitching. Okay, a good bit of banter is great. I love that. That's typically Langland, is banter. We love that, okay? But no personalised bitching or trolling just for the sake of trolling. This is not a troll page. If you don't like it, I'll tell you now personally, and I would also tell you to your face, fuck off my page if you want to troll, okay? You are not welcome here. And I will tell you like I would tell someone who dropped into me on the reef, remember? Oi, fuck off. So, that nasty bit over with, I'll get back to being nice now. What a nice admin, eh? So, I will be doing my best to keep my eye on everything, and hopefully we can go forward after this little clip, and if you will watch it all, which I hope you will. I'm not looking for likes. I'm not looking for, like on YouTube, on my YouTube channels. I'm looking for likes, hit subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications of further news, talking clips. Yeah, I'm not doing that on this one, okay? This is a personal video for you in Langland. Just telling you I love you all, and all I'm trying to do is just build up a fantastic archive, which we already have, and there's no equivalent on any other beach in Britain that has an archive like we do in I Love Langland. This is why it is a special place. I won't cry. I nearly went, but no, I won't. I'll keep straight here, okay? It's our beach. It's my page. Don't forget that. Respect me. Respect yourselves. Love each other. And please, don't be doing something stupid with this COVID shit, okay? And just forcing it with surfing. And I'll give you a little story about that. Is a couple of friends of mine here decided to go surfing early morning at a semi-secret spot. The police came onto the beach as they were coming out, because they'd parked their car, obviously. And they ran back into the water, paddled out, and then tried to paddle around to another beach. Well, at this moment there, they call it the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard got involved. All of the West Coast Coast Guards were out, and the fire lifeboat, and eventually they came in. They got caught, okay. They got 900 euros to pay in fines. The boards were confiscated, and they were lucky not to get their car confiscated. So if you think you have it hard in Wales, that's how it's going down here in France. So please, please, please respect what the law says. You know, I've never been a big fan of sticking to the rules, but I am sticking to the rules here. I'm not going out. I'm doing my photography from my house. I'm not going out. I could just take a risk and go out and do star shoots, but I'm not. So please, 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 respect it and respect other people as well as yourselves, because your kids will love you for it, okay? Respect is what it's all about, after all. Respecting older people, younger people. And just enjoy yourselves as much as you can. Don't get too pissed, because I don't. And I love you all. And hopefully one day we all get together, maybe have a barbecue on the beach in Langland. You know, imagine 5,000 fucking people having a barbecue at Langland. I don't know, that would be fun, wouldn't it? I'm sure the authorities would have something to say about that. But anyway, so please understand why I'm doing this message to you personally. It's to everyone. Each one of you looking, I'm talking to you, not the crowd, not the whole page. I'm talking to you personally, okay? Respect yourself, respect others, love the planet. And I know it's turned out to be a real hippie fucking peace and love bit, isn't it, you know? No, but I mean it, come on. And in the words of Robert Tree Evans, who's one of my best friends, stay cool, sit in the fridge. Bye. Yeah. Oh, wow. That brought out a bit of emotion, didn't it? Okay, alright, it's done.
What was it?